Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Namkoshi Nora. If it's your first time to view this channel, you're most welcome. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell to turn on the notification every time that I upload the new videos. You'll be notified. Share my videos, subscribe, give me a like, comment. I want to know your thoughts, what you think about the video. Anyway, you're most welcome. In today's video, I will not brag that much about work, about this. I just want to share with you some of my childhood memory, and this thing or this scenario happened in 2003 when I was still young. Let me tell you guys, bring your cup, grab your tea, coffee, or maybe green tea, sit down and listen to guys what I'm going to say. All right, so in today's video, I'm going to take you into a journey to Jinja, where I was born and I was raised. Yes, I was born and raised in Jinja. So guys, I remember one day, you know, back then in 2003, there was no much technology. Okay, there was TV, there was phones, but I remember my mom didn't have phone by then. We didn't even have TV in our house. So we only had radio. I remember recording ourselves, me and my sister and my brother will record ourselves. So we will always record ourselves using our mother's tape. So we go to the radio cassette, you know, those cassettes back then. So my sister would tell me to be the first one, because you know, if I would be the first one to start talking in the recording, my mom wouldn't beat me. So if it was her, she'll get into trouble. So because she knew that if I use Nora, mom will not beat her, because back then actually I used to fall sick all the time. So my mom didn't want to, you know, to always have the expense of taking me to the hospital. So my sister would use me as, you know, you go first. She'll always put me first. But I knew, because, you know, mom used to really teach us a lesson. Even me, however much I was sick, but she'll also, when it's time to train you guys, you'll also join them. But anyway, so guys, this is a true story, and I'm not just bragging about this, but this scenario happened in 2003. We were entering the year 2004. So it was December 31st. I still remember everything very well. So December 31st, 2003 at night. So that night we gathered as the neighbors, kids in the neighborhood. By then I was young, but there were some of them who were like at the age of 18, 19, 20s there, because for me back then I was young. So these guys, they were like, we asked my mom, my sister and my brother. I have only one brother. They asked mom, they were like, Mom, can we also join Willie's juniors to the group? We go with them and we celebrate the new year together with them. We run around with the firework, lightening up fire. You know, you gather those Christmas trees and you make fire, and you start running around screaming like, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. You know, I really miss that days, but that thing that really stopped it. No more starting fire in Ginger. The normal thing, just fireworks. No running around like crazy, burning up all the old stuffs, clothes. You know, it was so crazy, massive. So my mom was like, yes, oh my God, guys, I'll tell you, we were so excited. So we used to live near the church, and our home was near the military barracks. So we went to the church. It wasn't actually far from home. It was just nearby. You don't need to take a long walk. Just like three, like, let me just say, like 3 minutes to the church. It won't take long. So we went, our entire neighborhood, all the kids, our parents, they went to drink their marua, you know, that local drink, drinking beer. They have gone to the bar. Remember, my mom has gone to the bar, and because he has allowed us to go out, and in the house there was our nanny remaining with the young kids in the house, 2 of our little sisters in the house sleeping. So my mom told her, you can sit awake and sit here. So for her, she did not go there, she stayed outside. For us, we went. So I remember Willie, this guy called Willie, our neighbor's son, was the elder. He was like at the age of 20 there. So Willie was the one, the timekeeper, the one who blew the whistle to let us know that it's already 12 midnight, so we have to light up the fire to start singing that it's a New Year, screaming and jumping around, running around the neighborhood the entire Mpumu day. So guys, we went to church. You know, the church, everyone is so massive, screaming. This story is real, guys. I'm coming. So when we were there screaming like mad people, we went to the church. Me, my aim was to run around with fire. I didn't want to go to the church, but you have to go to church because my mom always say, before entering the new year, you always have to thank God. So it was a must. So she told us, if you want to go out or to stay out today, you guys have to go to the church first, because the church where we went to, our aunt was one of the choir leaders, so we went there. But for me, I stood outside. My sister and my brother and the other neighbors, kids, they went inside. So me and Carol, I remember the kid was called Carol. For us, we stood outside. I remember what the pastor, this pastor's name was, his name was called Pastor Esau. I don't remember the second name, but his name was Pastor Esau. So this guy was busy preaching. To say, that give your life to Christ. The end is near. Blah, blah, blah. Guys, from nowhere, but I enjoyed this story, guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if it's your first time to view this channel. Click the bell to turn on the notification. Every time that I upload the new videos, you'll be notified. Give this video a like, a thumbs up. Let me know your comment section. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So let's go on with our story. This is a New Year story. It seems crazy, but this thing really happens for real, guys. This really happens. I really love telling this story, and because I know it really happens for real in Jinja. So when we were standing outside, there came this strong earthquake that from nowhere. I remember it hasn't, at that time it has not reached, it was like few minutes or seconds to reach midnight. So there's this earthquake that came, and suddenly the power went off. When the power went off, there's this thing that came, guys, with the red color. The entire ground was red. Earthquake shaking, like, things that started falling like magnet. So guys, I don't know how to explain this, but if you were there in the middle of this thing, seeing how everyone was running like crazy. Have you ever seen people running for their life? People leaving the church running like crazy. So when I saw people running at that time, I went and I stood next to the tunnel where water runs when it has rained heavily. So there's this kid called Carol. Carol entered that tunnel. So Carol was telling me, Nora, come and we hide here. But remember, it was an earthquake. The earthquake was so strong. Remember, you cannot hide when the ground starts to break. So Carol entered into the tunnel, and I was just standing there. And there was this thing so big that overshadowed the entire Jinja, guys. Everything was red. You cannot see the green leaf that it's green. It's red in color. Everything has turned red. You cannot even see people properly. You just see people were running and screaming. I remember people saying, the end has come, the end has come. Guys, we were in the darkness, but the red light was in Jinja that night in 2003. If some of you, if you think I'm lying, go and ask some people what happened in 2003, December 31st. In Jinja, in Jinja. Not even here, but in Jinja. Ask them, guys, what really happened. You say, I watched this video, this kid was saying this, but it's real. So let me come to you. So when this thing came, it overshadowed the entire place, where you cannot see anything. The whole place was red like blood. people were running, screaming, and in my heart I was like, maybe what Pastor I will say, the end is near. Yes, the end is really near. Guys, people ran for their life. I've never seen something like that, but I don't know where the courage and the bravery came from. I remember I stood there, and for me, I wanted to see. And finally, I saw what I wanted to see, guys. It was something big that you cannot even explain to anyone. The ground was shaking. And I remember the time when Carol got out of the tunnel, she pulled me into the tunnel. So I jumped into the tunnel with her. But I did not enter directly into the tunnel. I remained standing. And this thing disappeared once like a shooting star. Have you ever seen something just like a shooting star, how it just disappeared, passing without you? You're like, oh my God, is that a shooting star? That's how this thing happened. The power went off, people running like crazy. When that thing disappeared, that's when I remember that, oh Nora, you need also to run home. I remember we went back home. My mother was already in the house. I don't even know how mom got into the house. My sisters, and I was the last one. When my mom saw me, she grabbed me. She told me, oh, omlalu wange, well, fine. The good thing that all of you are home. You know, omlalu means my crazy one. My crazy one, you okay? Where were you? Everyone was like, Mom, I don't even know how I reached at home. And my mom was like, guys, I don't even know how I reached at home, and I don't know what happened. Let's wait for the next day. So because the next day was a big day celebrating the new year, you know, back then it was a big holiday. So the news, they did not read the news immediately. So on the next day, on January 2nd, 2004, they read the news. The news, you know, we all sit next to the radio to listen, all our ears open. We don't want even to hear anything making sound around us, guys. And then in the news they say, Amakoba Galie.